Are you looking for a martial arts school, instructor, or style for your child? Things can get a little confusing. Today I'm going to share with you a couple tips and hints on how to select the best studio or the best school or gym for your child. Coming up after this. Selecting a martial arts system or school for your child can be really confusing. There's a lot of information out there. There's different styles, all kinds of different styles. Promises, information, programs. It makes things a little confusing. So today I'm going to take you through just a step-by-step how to select the style. There's no such thing as the best style or a bad style. It all depends on the instructor, the environment, and what you're looking for, really, what you're looking for your child. Number one on the checklist, you want to look for a clean professional studio. If excellence is to be achieved by your child, they have to be in a clean professional environment. This means that there's no clutter, dirt, around the studio. The mat is not dirty, the mat is clean. If the opposite is so, it means that someone's really not caring or not putting the effort, or they just don't have the motivation to provide that kind of environment for their students, which means they probably don't have that motivation to follow through with the students the way you'd like to see it. Number two, you want to make sure there's a viewing area for yourself or your family so you can observe your child's classes. This is really important because the more that you're involved with your child in the martial arts, the more you observe them and encourage them, the more successful they're going to be. Karate can be a wonderful, wonderful experience. You got to remember, karate, martial arts is not a sport. It's a way of life. So it's not seasonal. It goes on month to month to month to month. You really want to get involved, and you don't want to miss out on that kind of opportunity for yourself. So take a look, and maybe there's a class that you and your child can get involved together. So that's number two. Make sure that there's an observation area, an area where you can sit and actually watch or observe your child do their martial art. Okay, so observation. When you're in there and you're observing your child's class, you really want to look, are the children motivated? Are they doing martial arts the way that you would like to see? Are they strong? Are they energetic? Are they positive? Do they have positive attitudes? Does the instructor have a positive attitude? Are they encouraging the children? I always believe that the best way to teach is through positive reinforcement. It doesn't mean that you're not hard on a child, but you're hard in a way where they still respect you and they trust you. So make sure that you observe the characteristics, the attitude of all the students with their interaction with the instructor and the instructor's interaction with the students. Okay, here's some basic requirements, and these are a must. Number one, you want to make sure that the class schedule for your child fits your schedule, that you're able to get your child to the classes. If you're looking at the schedule, there's a conflict, maybe you have other children and you have to get them across town and you can't make it back, and if it doesn't look like a match to you, it's not going to work. If a child falls behind in classes, what happens is they get a low self-esteem because the other kids are really excelling. They're moving forward, they're moving up in the belts, they're getting their requirements, they feel confident with their moves, whereas if you're not consistent, your child will kind of lag behind, like not really keep up with the class, which will build a low self-esteem and totally counteract what this is all about. So make sure that you can get your child consistently to classes. Again, 2 to 3 times a week is really good with practice. Free trial lesson or free trial lessons, this is a must. You have to take advantage of this. Just about every school offers a free class or a free series of classes or a week of free classes or very inexpensive 1-month offer. I would advise you to take advantage of maybe a free class. Go to a few different places and try it and observe and really get a feel for it. Make sure that you take advantage of free trial classes just to see if it's a good fit, to observe, to do everything we're talking about in this video. And if someone is not offering a free class, I'm sure if you call them and say, hey, could my child take a free class or a series of free classes, I'm sure they'd be happy to let you do that. All right, is it affordable? Can you afford to pay for your child's martial art lessons? If the answer is yes, money's not a problem, and you can afford the most expensive studio, that doesn't mean it's going to be the best studio or style for your child. If it's no, I really don't, I'm on a tight budget and I really have to shop around, don't be discouraged. There's a lot of great schools out there, great instructors, great programs that don't cost a lot of money. But you gotta do your homework. You gotta check out different places, or you might want to just talk to the instructor and say, hey, you know what, we're on a real budget. My child really wants to do this. Can you work with me? And again, through experience, most instructors will definitely work with you. Okay, age level. Age level of the classes is really important. You don't want your child, if your child's like 7 years old, you want them in with like 3-year-olds. And then you don't want to have your 5-year-old in there with 12-year-olds. So make sure that it's age appropriate. Usually good program, you've broken down like 3 to 5-year-olds will be like a pre-karate, and then you got 5 to about 10, and then 11 through teenagers, and then sometimes they mix the teenagers with adults, and that's pretty good. That works out fine. But kids shouldn't be really training with the adults, especially young kids. Also, sometimes you have family classes, so you can get involved too, and then that's fine. Family classes are more of an open environment where everybody can work together, all belts, all ages, and that's a lot of fun. But as far as their own individual class is concerned, make sure they're in a group of about, they're within 3 years of their age or 4 years of their age with other kids. Set structure of requirements. That's really important. You want to make sure all the instructors are on board and teaching all the same program. It's really difficult, especially as kids, if one instructor is teaching one thing, one instructor is teaching another thing. Look for a set list of requirements with all the basic requirements for each belt written down. If the school provides that, they're usually pretty much on the ball as far as like everybody working together for the same goal. All right, next on the list is rapport. You want to make sure that your child's having a good rapport with the instructor and the instructor's having a good rapport with your child. You want to make sure that your child trusts the instructor's taking care of your child. They're working well together, they're kind of jiving. To make it a little bit easier for you, just put yourself in your child's shoes while you're watching, pretend you're them. And just try and feel what they're feeling out there. Are they motivated? Are they smiling? Are they feeling empowered? If it's a good instructor, they should be feeling that kind of stuff right away. If not, if it's kind of, they're still a little intimidated, that can be a little tricky if your child is not assertive or a little shy to get a handle on. But if your child generally is comfortable with adults or teachers, you'll get that right away. As far as the child being shy, martial arts has a great way of taking shy kids and getting them to be very assertive, and maybe also very, very active, aggressive kids, and bring them down to a very balanced level. So it kind of brings things together. Martial arts is a great tool for any child of any spectrum. Okay, instructors' qualifications. There's a lot of great instructors out there. There's a lot of positive motivators and highly skilled people out there. And what you're really looking for is you want to look at the class. You want to look how the class is reacting to the instructor. You want to look at the skills of the students. You want to look at their motivation. You want to look at their accomplishments. That's going to really make the difference. If you hadn't noticed, there's a lot of 10-3 black belts out there, and grandmasters out there, and world champions out there. But what really matters is how everybody's interacting in that classroom, interacting in that program. You could have someone who just started out as an instructor be a great motivator, great instructor, great martial artist. You could have someone who's been doing it for a long time or claims to be a very high-ranking person who just is not really giving what they should, or they could be. But go ahead and take a look around, and you'll see right away. You'll see right away. You'll see it in their faces. You'll see it in their actions. You'll see it in their motivation, their energy, their attitude, their respect. You're going to see it through everything the students do in a good program. Okay, contracts and commitment. So after you've taken your free trial lesson or a free week of lessons or a free month of lessons, and you decide that this is a good fit, this is a good martial arts studio for you, for your child, then I would like you, or I advise you, to sign up for 1 month. Don't sign up for a long-term contract. Don't sign up for a year. Don't sign up for a belt program. Sign up for 1 month. After 1 month, you can take a look and you can see how your child is feeling about their training, how you're feeling about the training. Does it work with your schedule? Everything we talked about. After a month, if it's all good, go ahead, sign up for a year. You're going to save some money, and that's great. Avoid belt programs and really long-term contracts like 3 years or black belt program. I'm not saying don't sign up for a black belt program if your studio offers it, but I would say that would be a good idea maybe after a year to sign up for a black belt program. You really don't know where you're going to be a year from now. Also, look at the contract. There's probably some kind of clauses in there as to how you can get out of it if something were to happen, like you moved out of the area or some other things. So take a good look at the contract. Spend some time, actually read it. Most of them involve liability, which is a must. So thank you for making it all the way through this video. That's great. I'm wishing you and your family all the best. Martial arts is a wonderful thing for everybody. Everybody should have martial arts in their life. It's like a life within a life. The things that you can accomplish, the things your child can accomplish, it's amazing. Mentally, spiritually, physically, it's a really great head start. So good luck, and I wish you nothing but success. Oh, and down below in the description, there's a checklist of everything we talked about. You click on the link and you can make copies. You can keep it in a notebook or clipboard. You can bring it with you to the schools or keep it in your car and write notes on the different martial art places that you look at. So good luck. Wishing you all the success.